Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be talking about something extremely important if you want to become socially successful, if you want to become confident, and actually if you want to become successful in general and feel good about your life. Now, I would like to talk about the power of positive relationships and how negative relationships bring you down. And in the past I made similar videos about this topic because I really believe that it's very important, but this video will be a little bit more comprehensive to give you some interesting perspective on this topic. Now, I really believe that people you surround yourself with have a huge impact on your level of success, on your level of confidence, motivation, basically how you feel in your own skin. So it's really important to choose your relationships very carefully, because very often when you surround yourself with negative people, well, they bring you down. And you may not know about it consciously, but they really bring you down. They have a huge impact on you. Because the truth is that when you surround yourself with certain types of people, you borrow some traits, some characteristics from them. You probably noticed it in your own life. When you start dealing with certain people and they are speaking in a very peculiar way, you probably notice that sometimes you start speaking in a similar way. And at the same time, they borrow some traits from you. I'm sure you had those situations. But it happens at a much bigger level as well. So, for example, when you surround yourself with negative people who don't think big, who think mostly in a negative way, okay, who try to find negative things around them instead of focusing on the positive, well, unfortunately, you may start thinking in the similar way, okay? You will get some of those things and get them into your head, unfortunately. Now, on the other hand, when you surround yourself with very positive, very motivated, successful people, there is a very big probability that you will start thinking in a similar way. And I know it from my own life. So, for example, in terms of my financial situation, in the past, I used to surround myself with people who always thought that in order to make a lot of money, you have to steal it. Okay, you have to make it illegally, that you can have a legitimate business and make a lot of money, that if somebody has a lot of money, they must be thieves, some gangsters, okay, or their parents are rich. And these thoughts came to my mind, unfortunately. I didn't believe in those things, but some of those thoughts entered my brain. But then I started surrounding myself with very positive people, successful people, people that believe that, you can make anything happen in your life. If you set a goal for yourself and you have motivation, you have this inner belief, and you take, action step by step, you can achieve anything. If you want to learn how to play tennis, nothing easier, you can achieve it. You want to learn how to surf? Well, you can learn it, okay? You just find a teacher and you learn it. If you want to learn how to set up an online business, simple. You just get some resources, you follow everything step by step, you follow the recipe step by step, and you set up an online business that creates you money. So I realized that, it's very important to surround yourself with people like that, because they make you believe that nothing is impossible, okay? When you surround yourself with successful people, you realize that you can achieve anything you want to achieve in life. So in my situation, I changed my perception of making money. In the past, I thought that it was impossible to make a lot of money, but then I realized that, you can create any amount of money you want. Now, in the past, I used to think that, let's say, $5,000 was a lot of money, but then I changed my perception. I realized that, well, $5,000 is not a lot of money. $500,000 is a lot. And I'm sure that in the future, I'm going to change my perception, and I'll think that $500,000 is not a lot of money, but maybe 50 million is a lot of money. And it's because of those relationships, those people I surround myself with. The same, happens in different areas of my life. I surround myself with people who do many sports, people who take on new hobbies, want to learn new skills, new languages. They have different passions. And when I look at them, when I surround myself with them, I realize that literally there are no limits in life. Now, on the other hand, when you have negative people around you and you come up with some new idea, you decide that you want to do something new in your life, you know what? They're going to bring you down. They're going to tell you why you shouldn't be doing it. They will find any possible reason why you shouldn't take that action, why you shouldn't take that step, why you shouldn't follow that new dream you have. And you probably noticed this in your own life. You probably had that situation happening to you, When, for example, you had some sort of idea, you felt that, you know what, I really want to do this. And then some of your friends told you why you shouldn't do it. Just because they didn't believe that they could do it themselves, they assumed that, hey, it's impossible, you shouldn't even try to do it. Maybe it was setting up a business, okay? Maybe it was learning a new skill or learning a language. I mean, I met many people who are so negative that whenever somebody says that they want to do something new, that they want to engage in a new venture, they're first to say, no, you shouldn't do it. The economy is so bad. No, you can't do it. If you don't have at least 50 grand saved up, you can't set up a business, okay? There are many people like that. And the problem is that even if you really believe in yourself, even if you are very motivated, you are very ambitious, you have a vision, you want to achieve something, when you surround yourself with those people, they will rob you of that ambition, of that desire, of that motivation. And even if you have this much motivation, they'll rob you small piece by piece, okay? They'll take a little bit away from you, then a little bit more, and eventually after a couple of months or a couple of years dealing with those people, instead of having this much motivation, this much desire, this much passion for something, you can have this much. On the other hand, when you deal with positive people, they will encourage you. When you come up with a new idea, they will tell you why you should do it and how you can succeed, what steps you should take to make it to make the result, the outcome even better, okay? Successful people, positive people, they don't try to see problems in life, okay? They see challenges and then they try to find solutions to those challenges. So when you have a vision for something, your successful, your positive friends will not try to figure out why you shouldn't be doing it, but instead they'll think why you should do it and also what challenges you may encounter, and they will help you to solve those challenges, or at least to foresee those challenges. So really think about it, because it's a very important concept, and I'm talking about it because sometimes it can get very difficult, because some of those negative people can be very close to you. They may be your best friends, your family members, maybe it may be your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your spouse. You know, it can be very difficult because you can't just eliminate them like this. You can't just one day call them up and say, you know, sorry, I listened to that video made by Jimmy and I realized that I can't deal with you anymore. Bye-bye, you know, I don't want you in my life. It's not so simple. It may sound simple now, but it's not so simple. So understand that there may be people who are very close to you, they are very negative, and they are pulling you down. What I recommend you to do, if you have those people around you, is to limit the contact with them and also get them at their best, okay? This is something I learned from Eben Pagan, who is an amazing internet marketer. He made like $100 million, you know, in his businesses, really successful guy. And he says that you should get them at their best. So when you have this friend, family member, whoever it is, and that person tends to be very negative, try to figure out when that person becomes very positive. So for example, let's say that you have a friend who is usually very negative about many different things about life in general, but when he or she plays football, he becomes so positive, so passionate. Well, don't go with him to the restaurant where you will be listening to all the negative shit basically, but go and play football with that person. Get them at their best. If you know somebody who is really passionate about art, and whenever he or she sees some work of art, you know, they get amazingly motivated, passionate, positive, go with them to some museum, okay, some art gallery, get them at their best. Now, I think that when you think about this concept of dealing with positive and negative people, you shouldn't just think about it, but you should act upon it, and you should seek positive people in your life. So engineer situations when you will be able to meet people who may make you a little bit uncomfortable initially just because of their level of success, their level of optimism and positivity. Because what you will realize is when you deal with people who are lower than you, then basically you don't grow. So you have to seek people who achieved higher level than you so you can learn from them, okay? So you can be impacted by them. Anyway, I'm gonna finish this video because the sun is going down. And actually my movie crew is signaling to me that I should be wrapping up because in a second the sun will go totally down. You won't be able to see me, but I really believe that this concept is extremely important. Think about it in the context of your own life and make some changes.